Your brain is fucked up, there's no denying that. I'm big on accountability, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. It's not your fault. It is not actually because of you that you are giving up to lust, that you are being promiscuous or perverted through different means or towards different entities. Let me show you some disgusting evidence to support my claim, right here. So a few days ago I made an Instagram account. Now I've been inactive in social media for about 4 years, and I'll come clean, I made it for the sake of business, you know, for brand awareness, blah blah blah, all that bullshit. Before I was ready to actually upload any shorts, the only information that I put on there was my name, gender and birthday. One would have thought that in the exploring page I would have been shown, I don't know, after having made 0 searches, viewed 0 profiles, made 0 likes, maybe I would have been shown some cute animals, cats, hedgehogs, maybe some beautiful sights, maybe the boy is being stupid, some memes. No. Girls posing, thirst trapping, wearing very little clothing. I felt immediately disgusted. Well, on the surface, of course, my monkey neuron turned on and I got all horny. But I took this as a chance to actually look deeper into it. I thought, damn, this is what is being pushed forward to a new user. Imagine those that have been here longer. So obviously I wasn't trying to see any of that. I tried to change the cookies myself by liking animals, by checking out hashtags, you know, hashtag hedgehog, whatever. And I started liking a bunch of duck pictures and whatever, a few memes here and there, and I thought, okay, maybe this is good enough. It wasn't. I refreshed the page and still about half of the photos were still girls. Why? How? Why? Whenever you hear a snapping of the fingers, make sure that you fix your posture and you take deep breaths into your diaphragm from your nose. Enjoy the video. Now, slightly different, but arguably even worse. When I made the TikTok account, unfortunately I don't have a screen record for this because it really threw me off. I just skipped. The very first video that I was shown, it was some guy, some grown man, right, on his 20s, doing this motion, right, the sucking dick motion, and he was doing some dance to some TikTok thing, clearly. And again, this was a completely new account. So on one side they were showing me homosexuals, and on the other side they were showing me female nudity, essentially. I thought that's quite interesting. And you may say, well, it's easy, just get away from social media, right? No, fam, you're talking to the guy that was away for 4 years plus from social media. Do you think I had no exposure? Let me show you. It is fucking everywhere, man. So I watch anime, right? I love anime. Let's say this is a test. Okay, Konosuba. I like Konosuba. Let's see what happens if I try to watch it. Okay, first advert. There you go. Porn. Right in my face. Now I go to the episode. Let's say I go here. Okay, what's happening? Oh, wow, would you look at that? A second one. Now it's a game. Cool. I go here. Let's see if we can actually watch this thing. Oh, another game. Is it? Oh, maybe it wasn't. Alright, let's see if we can actually click on the advert. There you go, now I can watch it. It only took 3 adverts. So it's not only about social media, because it's literally everywhere. You go outside on the bus panels that I have outside my road, there's just girls in bikinis. On the parties you go to, girls wearing almost nothing. You go to the gym. Bro, don't even get me started on the gym. And I'm not even gonna talk about the beach, at least here in Spain there is something that you and I need to accept. That is that we won't be able to escape encountering this. It has plagued everybody at this point, even religious countries. There's private rooms and nightclubs all around the world, and there's nasty shit happening all over the place. Oh, then perhaps we could isolate ourselves and become hermits, but due to our psychological needs, neither is this an option. So what am I doing to escape this a little bit? Well, there is a bit of control in the exposure towards it, and there is a mentality that will help you control this better, because the tools alone aren't enough if your mind isn't really trying to make the effort as well. The mentality is, I'm coming to Instagram to do this, so I'm going to do this, and then I'm leaving. For example, okay, my favorite anime comes out every Wednesday. I'm going to go on the website on Wednesday, check out that one anime I like, close the thing. I don't want to watch anything more else. I don't want to spend more time surrounded in an environment that's going to be likely to lead me to a place that I don't want to go to. There's 2 benefits to doing it this way. 1, you don't need to deprive yourself of something that you like. For example, you may find it funny to see some memes on Instagram, you browse for 5 minutes, you put an alarm clock, and then you leave, and boom, that need is satisfied. But 2, more importantly, if you decide to not get involved at all with these things, You may be missing the chance, future opportunities to stretch your hand for somebody that is suffering in a thing that you have conquered. And there is a method to do this, doing what you came to do and living attitude a lot better and easier. I take this from a principle of Atomic Habits, great book, which is to make it invisible, or otherwise reduce the exposure as much as you can. There are things that are outside of your control, so do not worry about them. If a woman or a man appears naked in front of you for some reason, the first stare is not evil, but the one that remains is. So look away. But what if they didn't even appear in the first place? Look at this extension that I use and what it does. With this extension, there's no access denied. On the first place, you go on social media to talk or see what your friends are up to, right? So as you go into the social media, keep somebody in mind and then go talk to that person. It is the same thing with like YouTube, for example. I go on there to see something that would entertain me or to look for something that would be appropriate for the moment that I am spending doing whatever it is that I am doing. And I see 10 thumbnails, 10 whatever, and I get distracted. And yes, we can be tougher and whatever, but I'm trying to make life easier for you here. I've got a double layer protection to make sure that I don't see anything when I click on YouTube. And there's 1,000 ways to do this kind of thing with different kind of formats or applications on iPhone. I remember you could set a time limit for the applications and how long you would use them, blah, blah, blah. I will leave a link for the extensions that I've mentioned, and if they don't fit your browser, too bad. No, I'm joking, but look for it in your own browser if it's different than mine. You must also learn to let go, because frustration is just a way of remembering things better, to be honest. If you get frustrated, sexually frustrated, and you're thinking about that girl in the corner there in the gym, and you're like, oh my god, why is my brain doing this? Why am I so like violently desiring to go look? Look, it is actually better if you just go, boom. You look at whatever it is you want to look at, maybe it's some booty, and then you look away and you realize it wasn't all that, it was just nothing to go crazy about. Then keeping it in your mind and actually giving like side eyes and seeing it multiple times, but not seeing it in a way that satisfies you, so you keep looking for more. That's just more creepy. Out of the two options, the one I said is better. It would be better altogether to not do anything, but I do know that if you have that, oh fuck, I can't stop thinking about it, you will be looking at it even if you don't realize. So it's better to just be like, boom, nothing special, goodbye. Finally, a break is desirable for you. If you want to desexualize your brain, I remember, because I've been struggling with this, but then recently I told myself, alright, we gotta cut this shit. If I want to help other people with it, I gotta be perfect on my own first. So take a break from the things that have overstimulated you. It will be tough. Yeah, there's no lying there. It will be hard. However, you'll be surprised by the recovery of your brain. An absolute break. Maybe for a whole week you don't watch anime. That's what I did. I told my friend, hey man, keep me accountable. I'm not gonna watch anime this week at all, because even if I close them immediately, I don't want to risk seeing a hentai or a porn advert. I just don't want it. And of course, that was my only source, because I still didn't have social media. And then what I did was, because I'm still going to the gym and all that, I tried to pray before leaving, and then praying when I return, just to keep God in my mind, you know, maybe repeat a mantra. For example, I say Bismillah, but you could say whatever that you want. That helps you kind of keep something more spiritual, something that's greater than that lost feeling in your mind and in your heart. But preferably, if you can, then for that 1 week, do some push-ups at home instead of going to the gym. And then as you are desexualizing your brain, occupy yourself to the brim. Maybe there's some deadlines you want to meet. Maybe there's some work you want to get ahead of. Maybe there's something you're trying to just elevate, to mount. Do that thing, do that work. Put 10 million hours a day into it, right? But whatever can healthily distract you from these other things that aren't good for you. And when you go back to the surrounding, the I'm going to get what I came here for attitude will work a lot better. If you try to do it now, it might let you down. So the first step I would recommend would be to desexualize, take a break. 1 week, enough. There's a lot more things you can do, but I think this is one of the best ones. So if you want to know more, I mean, I will be talking about more, but you can also get the Atomic Habits book. I recommend it. You know, if this is something that you are struggling with, it's worth a go. And make notes and actually study the book and practice. Don't just like this video, don't just listen, take action. I know it's different, but personally, like the book Atomic Habits has helped me overcome my chocolate addiction. Yeah, believe it or not, I had one. I didn't put on fat because I still, you know, hit the gym and everything like crazy, but I had a little chocolate addiction, and Atomic Habits helped me with that. I know it's different, but the principles apply. And I mean, bro, I used the same principles to sexualize my brain, which was sexualized. Alright, this has dragged on too long. Strive to be 1% better every day. Much love.